These shoes are fused to my feet. So then Kathleen can't do it. She said, oh, look, I struggled. It's all right. Somebody had this. This has happened before. You know, it's okay. I'll go and get. So she goes and get this other tiny lady, just tiny lady, trying to yank this. And then, no, she doesn't figure it out. And I'm trying to do it. And I'm like, no, I can do it. And my mother's going, no, let me do it. And they get these other two ladies. We'll have a go. And I was like, good, everybody stop. Kathleen. Then,
anyone else want to gather around?
Yeah, no, Kathleen says, I don't want to be pulled up.
GMat.
Is there anything for dessert or something? Oh, Mario! Oh my God!
Whoa.
Hometown Spider-Man.
Yay. I need help with doing a push-up.
This is still going?
Yep.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and slap a comedian.
Let's talk about that. I feel like because there's really not a lot of things that are topical
It's wild.
that I feel like we could all.
Wild.
I feel like I haven't seen enough opinions about it.
Well, here's the thing: it's topical, and no one ever it's never like the Ukraine farted on Russia or something that we could do something with. It's always too.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Too
millions,
important.
thousands of people are dying.
Yeah.
And it's super, super serious. Now it's Hollywood maniac slaps other Hollywood maniac.
William Smith
Yeah.
smacks
Yeah.
Rock
Yeah.
in the face.
Unreal.
Believable. It was the best thing that happened to me all day.
I was at work and no one did any work that day.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I said, you seen, no, what? Let me show it. I showed my boss. I showed a thing. I showed the person. I showed the people at the counter. I showed the people buying stuff at the counter. I showed everybody everything. I was like the guy with the resource.
It
was unreal.
Crazy.
The internet.
I understand oil tycoons now because I was the only person that had any of the resources. Because I was just
You were the oil tycoon of JB Hi-Fi.
I was unashamedly just reading shit in the middle of the floor. People were like,
Oh,
can I have a
okay, I
hand?
see.
And I'm like, in a second, there's something happening.
Big time.
No, so you weren't like the oil tycoon. You were the guy with your ear to the ground. You had the sources out there. And
Yeah, I had the monopoly on all the information because nobody else wanted to do it.
it's coming into this some quite funny memes about this. What are you hearing about that?
Have you seen this one, sir?
Are you good, Beck?
Yeah.
You're just standing at a choice?
I was
Cool, cool.
I was showing one with like my phone with my hand behind me. You know how like they show jewelry and things like
Yeah,
that?
makeup and stuff.
And that, and I was doing that. And
we have
this-
a lovely meme here.
Yes,
This
yes.
is a
I have-
Hitch meme you might enjoy.
Exactly right. I've collated.
Do a
an
nice
enormous
flat
amount of
lay.
memes. Exactly right. Here is a great meme. I was the curator of the meme library as
Here's
well.
a Spider-Man meme that I think you might find refreshing and challenging.
Oh fuck! You're gonna make me calm. That's a MCU porn meme, but quite funny. Not quite related, but very funny nonetheless.
I was recording a video at the time.
Oh, wow.
When I was messaging everyone about it. I was
Yeah.
trying to record a video at the time, and it got so bad I could not stop thinking about anything but that. So now it's in the video. The Send Him's video on Power Wash is just me talking about this the entire time.
It is wild.
It's wild.
It was the most unnecessary slap I've ever seen. in my life.
I could hear you next door screaming. The screaming transformed from your normal stuff to, get my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
My favorite part of the whole screaming is one, Lupita Nyong'o behind it. Unbelievable. Mwah, kiss of just absolute. But when there's silence and it's kind of like Will Smith's like sat down, he's like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And then he's like, it's a G.I. Jane joke. And he's just like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because people laugh the first time
It's
and they don't laugh the second time.
The yeah was crazy to me.
The next bit, the next keep
That
my wife's
was
name, that took the air
anger.
out of the room.
Yeah.
Anger.
Out your fucking mouth.
But
It
like,
was so
but
stretched
like
out.
really, really, really screamed the last bit. Like he yelled the first bit and he fucking screamed the last bit.
And his lips went all small because he like tense in his jaw. He's like,
Out my fucking mouth.
I was like,
Like,
whoa.
oh my God.
Okay, I'm going to.
Yeah, and we're Greatest Night Television.
What's wild to me is the amount of people in my like just circle. You know when you like put something on Facebook or something,
Yeah.
and then your weird uncle's like, well, women shouldn't be able to vote, and you're like, yeah, I know you.
Big surprise.
But when like just
So many
generally
people.
everyone's so mixed, where they're like, he
was
should have
right.
hit him. He should have protected his lady, and he shouldn't make jokes about alopecia and shit. And he
It is wild.
it's
I saw an
It's
excellent
bananas.
meme that was Will Smith crying in that interview when they were talking about the open relationship, and the caption was Will Smith if the Rock had said it instead of Chris Rock, and it's like he's just like sitting there crying, can't fucking do anything. It's wild.
And people still
Are on Will Smith's side.
no, jump in if you feel this way, but people still think it was fake.
No, right, real, right?
The way his reaction, he's like, the
apology the next
nominee,
day.
yeah, it's all bananas. But it was like somehow staged or something.
I don't know.
Nah.
I mean,
What happened?
do you not know? Of course,
You know, you're in the group chat.
No, definitely. I don't think the Oscars kind of a bit fart sniffy. They wouldn't. They think that's a bit lowbrow for them. It's real keeping up with the Kardashians type shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think they'd let that be staged.
I am mostly shocked that he was just allowed to go and sit back down.
And
Yeah,
then
they didn't kick him
win
out.
No, but like win whatever.
I mean, it's already
right?
on the
Like,
paper.
He was always going to.
and they voted.
He was
it's
the
about
favorite.
performance.
They're more than likely not going to strip the award from him, right? Because there have been, and
don't
big
know.
surprise, there have been people that have done much worse and got away with it.
Yeah,
in
but I mean,
Hollywood.
God, take a stance.
He should have.
They won't. They don't.
He should have, like,
The room
Been-
applauded him.
been
But he
taken
did.
out.
If they're voting on it, he did do the best performance for the thing. So
True,
then
but
we'll
should
give
he-
you the Oscar for the second best performance. I think they should have just kicked him out of the venue as soon as he did. It's like,
Exactly.
well, off you go, fucko. And if Chris wants to file charges, we'll see what
You
happens
can't
with
be
that.
in
But you
here.
can't be in here anymore.
You can't. You're in the fucking front row. You've gotten up and assaulted a presenter. He wasn't even the host. He's just a
The
presenter.
host would have deserved it.
No, but like it's like if it was
Who was? Oh, I've
no, the host was who's that comedian that everybody doesn't like because she steals jokes, or that's the
Amy
story.
Schumer?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer and Wanda something.
Wanda Sykes.
I don't know if it was Wanda Sykes. I just know it was a Wanda.
Wanda
Not that
from
many.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Was it a fish?
I think it was Wanda the Fairy.
Yeah.
From Fairly Odd Parents.
the-
Anyway, but what my point is.
Fish called Wanda?
Oh, right. My point being, if Chris Rock had been targeting Jada Smith the entirety of the show, and it's like now hour 2 of you just insulting my wife, then you can see more. I mean, it's still a terrible decision, but you can see more of a reason why you would snap. But it was one joke in that one presenting section.
Well, see, he's very. I imagine he's very, very fragile.
Oh, yeah.
From months and months of his wife saying he's bad in bed on her public Facebook show and
That is
opening
crazy.
up their relationship and all that sort of shit. And he's
I
just
do
like,
wonder if it was just the rock that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, it's months and months of him being cocked and be like, no, I'm fine with this. This is what we want as a team. And then Chris Rock does the alopecia thing. He's like, ha ha ha. And looks across and she's like, you can't even fucking defend me from a joke. You want me to sleep with you? Call you my husband? He's like, right. He goes up there.
does what he did. I thought he punched him first when I watched it
It
first.
was the most.
It would be embarrassing if he
vicious
did because
slap.
Chris Rock would be like, oh, hey, well, what?
That's what
Not
I
like,
thought.
my face.
I
He
thought
didn't even grab his face. It was unreal. That's the best reaction to someone
very
getting slapped in
impressive.
front of thousands
It's really
of people.
I demand satisfaction.
Yeah, just Will Smith
Bro,
just hit
it
the
was
shit
a
out of
G.I.
me.
Jane. He wasn't even rattled. He went
No.
straight into like, bro, it was a G.I. Jane joke. The fuck?
Yeah, he's like, I will. All right, I
And
will.
there's like a moment where he considers like ruining that whole man's life because he goes, oh, I could, and then he stops himself because obviously, I mean, it's Chris Rock. He knows how to deal with these sorts of
Was it
situations.
right after when he says? I think I
Something.
caught that as well.
I think it's right
Yeah.
when he
He,
says
like,
that
laughs.
was a nice one. Like,
Like this is the greatest moment of television.
It was before he says that's a nice. Before he gets slapped, he
Yeah.
said, "Come on, that was a nice one."
Yeah.
And then he gets up and slaps him in the face, and afterwards he says, "You know,
yeah, good on his composure. 'cause
greatest night in television."
There's a lot of other jokes he could have made.
And then he was just like rattled a bit. He was rattled.
Yeah, I like when he was
We're
like,
here to give a
let's just go to the nominations.
Yeah. We're here to give a documentary, an award for the.
Also, can you justifiably go up and assault somebody for a joke that you just laughed at?
No.
Which is what he did. It cut
Yeah.
to him and he was laughing and she rolled her eyes. I wish someone had a camera on them. I wanted to see him turn his head and see her upset and then go straight into cuck mode.
I
and
reckon it must exist.
fly up the stairs.
I
feel
reckon
like-
somebody else got that angle.
At some point, he must have. He was on autopilot, just like, nah, right. And he was just all like, the mist came down and he was just like, I'm going to be a man. And then he got up. And I don't know whether it was as he's walking up on the stage. I think it must have been before he got to Chris Rock. Because he didn't punch him.
Yeah.
And if he was full anger mist, he would have punched him. But I feel like he was on his way up. At some point, he was being like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing? I got to do something now. And he's still kind of mad, but he's not. But he's like, it'd be too embarrassing to just get up there and then turn around and walk back. Like, what's he going to do? Chris, can I have a quick chat? No, bitch, I'm giving an award. What? No. Like, what do you do? He's got to do something. So he's like, all right, well, I got to man up, puff my chest out. So he gives him a slap. And then he walks back. And then he's just like, oh, shit, in the adrenaline.
The walk
so
back's
keep
face.
my wife's name out your mouth. And then he's like, bro, it was a joke. And he's doubled down. I got nothing. All the CPU is used
That's
up now.
That's where he goes, yeah. That's what I mean.
Keep my fucking wife's fucking name out your fucking mouth. The award you were saying? You got an award or something? Go.
My category's coming up.
When he turned around and walked back,
He had that fucking shit-eating grin on his
he
face.
was smiling, wasn't he?
I
Was he
wanted
really?
to kill him.
It was almost like it was a tiny
I was
smile.
just such a shit-eating grin. Like, he looked at his, like, Jada, he's like,
I can't help but think that if he'd just gone and sat down, they could have gotten away with it. Could have gotten away with, like,
It being a
these are
joke.
two guys who know each other, and it was a funny bit. He slapped him. It wasn't hard.
yeah, no.
Like,
the
I
scream
think they
ruined it.
exactly. He really fucked up.
I think the assaulting him probably ruined it.
It's
would've-
pretty bad.
It was, yeah, but I think
pretty bad.
sucking the air out of the room added another layer.
If you just
of,
shut
like,
up.
Also,
straight
Yeah,
away.
could've
his
carried on.
acceptance speech was dog shit.
Oh,
I have more this time of my life. God has put me on the place to do love and good, and King and Richard was, a fucking
Amen.
a massive protector of his family, and like people laughed. It was the most disgusting display of Hollywood I have seen in a very long time.
Imagine being Venus and Serena Williams and have your fucking family name invoked for that shit.
Yeah.
I watched something this morning.
In what world? And Denzel Washington, listen, Denzel, when you're watching, and I know you are, I'm disappointed in you.
I wonder if he was just doing damage control.
He might have been, but he
Yeah.
was consoling Will Smith.
So was Bradley Cooper, and
I mean, it was
there
just,
were other
it was
people who
like,
were just jumping
it's
on
just
the
like, what are you
on
doing?
the Will Smith train.
What are you doing?
I know
What
when
would he have done if it was Christina Rock?
That's it, right? If it was Wanda Sykes making the joke,
Oh yeah.
don't know.
If it was Wanda Sykes,
If it was, I don't know. It
He'd
was
just be
Amy
like-
Schumer and someone else.
What if it was
I can't
Ricky
believe-
Gervais?
Amy Schumer was fucking hosting.
Yeah, and they did something weird. Apparently, I was reading an
terrible.
article. Yeah,
that's the thing. Will Smith ruined it. We could all be making jokes about Amy Schumer, but Will Smith took that away from us.
Yeah,
thanks a lot, Will Smith.
There were some weird bits, like how one of the hosts just picked out people from the audience and said how much she wanted to fuck them and take them backstage.
That sounds very much like an Amy Schumer.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was Amy
Or
Schumer
Lena
that
Dunham,
did it.
maybe.
But it was just real weird that it was like, Bradley Cooper, I'd like to come and fuck you back. Do you want to come back? Like that sort of stuff. But now anyone's talking about
I remember when Gervais did that at the Globes.
that perfectly.
Oh, you? Like, fuck you.
Honestly, Gervais came out and said something.
He said, yeah. I know we're not a clip show.
He said, yeah.
But
He said, yeah.
no, he said
Classic Gervais bit.
he
was on Chris Rock's side.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Yeah. He was
The comment section of Twitter, unbelievable. I know assault is bad, but you can't talk bad about alopecia.
also, did he know that he had alopecia?
I wouldn't, but
Questionable.
no, but she's been.
So again,
Questionable. That's what we've been going back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
She's been very
vocal.
since for many, many years. She has been.
but she's been vocal on Facebook, on her
Yeah.
Facebook show and all that sort of stuff. And
But it's his job to do research about the subjects that he's joking about, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's if it was like
Not to
haha,
preserve
you're
feelings,
bald, haha, you're bald. But he said it was. I mean, it really was a very, very tame joke.
It was, yeah.
I'm looking
And it
forward
was
to
almost-
G.I. Jane 2.
It's partially a compliment because he's comparing her to Demi Moore, who's
Also in G.I. Jane, she
insanely
gets her
hot
head shaved.
in that movie.
And G.I. Jane's all about empowerment of women.
yeah.
Also, there was a quote about her, something she said on the red carpet before the Oscars, where she was like,
If Chris says any jokes about my head, my husband could slap the shit out of him.
it was more like my hair is badass. I love my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care what anyone thinks, or something like that. That was, and then someone makes a joke, and suddenly she does care what everyone.
With that one-dimensional
there's-
owning it bullshit.
Yeah.
There's history between Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Peeing your pants is
and
cool.
Jada Smith. Because
Did Jada Smith have sex with him as well?
Yeah, Jada Smith once
Sorry, that was a childish joke.
Jada Smith once boycotted the Oscars because a movie for some reason she boycotted the Oscars. I'm fairly certain, but don't quote me on this, that a movie that she was involved in didn't get nominated. And this was the year Chris Rock was hosting, and she said, I'm boycotting the Oscars. He said, Chris Rock on the stage said, Jada Pinkett Smith boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. It doesn't fucking matter because I wasn't invited.
Now that's a good joke.
Which
That's
was
classic.
just brilliant. But that kept coming up in different articles as well, saying like, you know, obviously there's a bit of a tension.
Yeah.
There's such a fucking egotistical brat. Oh, I'm not going to. Okay, well, then we'll just sell your seat to someone else.
Yeah, great.
That's yeah.
My mother wants to come. Be quiet.
I know we're not a clip show, but
Are we not?
Jim Carrey said something really good. His take on the whole thing was pretty.
He's quite good, isn't he? Now that he's come back to...
What was it? We're all just
Is he back? Is he
energy
back to Earth?
flying through the
He's
universe.
making movies
so
and stuff.
everyone
you know,
slap
it's
everyone.
really-
It was a little
No,
cooler
he's
than
still,
that,
He's still cool.
but still pretty.
That's
know.
good. I would hope
We're
it'd be
having,
cooler than
we're
that.
having two separate conversations again.
Again. I'm like doing the.
This
the
is just the
cutthroat
preamble. We haven't
mime.
done the fucking thing yet.
We haven't
It's all
even
good. This
started
is
the
nothing.
podcast.
I was just having a conversation with Beck. That's hilarious.
The problem is I don't know what's going on, but Beck can.
You either rock the
No,
button.
it should fucking work.
Oh, rock the boat, rock the boat, baby.
Smooth transition.
Approval or say something on Twitter or whatever you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words. No, I agree.
There's something he said at the start. Look, I've ruined it.
You've absolutely fucked this.
I know. I can't get the fucking thing to work.
What did you want to...
There was something he said in that chunk that I was like, oh, that's a good take. That's like
You don't
Do you want to
remember it?
paraphrase?
huh?
Do you remember it?
I can't remember it. I'll tell you what. I'm shaken now by the fact that I can't play anything to the fucking.
Oh,
What the fuck? Work!
Connect.
Smooth
So
transition.
Ben,
Yo.
don't have anything to say.
Smooth
No, when
transition.
you're doing the voice, are you breathing in at the same time?
That's great. Yeah.
Hello, my name's Stephen Hawking. I'm in my wheelchair.
I can hear it fine.
This is me in my wheelchair.
Smooth
Here's some Stephen
transition.
Hawking. And a
That's-
one.
that's
And a
Stephen-
two. Go on.
Okay, what am I going to say? What do I have to say?
Hello, my name is Stephen Hawking.
Okay, give me an example.
Hello, my name.
No, you do an example of Stephen.
Hello, my name is Stephen Hawking. This is my wheelchair.
Okay, here we go.
Step on the dog.
Hello.
Smooth
I'm
transition.
so sorry, everybody.
If you at any stage cut any of that, I'll be livid. You must play it all in fast forward.
Yeah, just make it a 4-hour podcast.
Just be like technical difficulties. Let's go.
I'll cut to and from all the best bits of during that.
That'd
bit.
be good. Make it like seem like it went on for ages and me and Aiden just talking absolute.
Remember
fucking
when he did that
bollocks
about
Make it
each other.
seem like that.
Yeah, make it seem like
Remember when he did that about my story I told that went nowhere?
it was a good edit.
I'm
One
so.
of the few clever edits that's been happened. on
I'm
this
sorry,
podcast.
everybody. I don't know
Being
what
happened.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why the Bluetooth wasn't coming through, and now I've spent 20 minutes trying to fix it.
Has it been 20 minutes?
Oh man, it was a while. Let's start the podcast. Let's get in there and fucking.
Oh, you started. You
Oh,
weren't
sorry.
recording
Oh.
half of that on this. Or you
No,
started.
no,
your
it's all
recording?
recorded. It's all recorded. I just started it all again, turned everything off.
Ooh, GMat. Yay.
Hello and welcome to episode 193 of
Three.
the GMat podcast. I'm going to replay this because it feels like a waste to not use it.
Piece of shit.
Not that.
Fucking hell.
Not that at all. Oh, fuck! I suck at my job.
Smooth
I'm really
transition.
sweaty too. Like, nothing's
Listen,
going
Matt,
Yeah.
it's sometimes when you're at the top,
well. The
that is when the
That's
devil
when
comes.
the devil comes for you. Thanks, Denzel. Meant a lot. Also, Denzel Washington, with all the money he has, buy a suit that fucking fits.
Smooth
Is it
transition.
it's the 1990s thing? Fellas who came up in the 1990s. Michael Jordan still loves a big boxy suit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
His
true.
favourite.
But like,
But he
Big zoot
looks
suit.
frumpy.
he does. He looks super.
He could be a little
expansive in
frumpy.
Well,
He might
he
be.
is a little frumpy. But like, you have so much money, just get it tailored.
He's
My
nearly
daughter
70.
designed this suit.
Get it tailored. Anything tailored will make you look better because it fits your body perfectly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Smooth transition.
GMat podcast episode 193, take 3.
Ooh, GMat. Yay.
Hello and welcome to episode
Here
193
we go.
The
of the
GMat
GMat podcast.
podcast.
I'm replaying this one because it feels like a bad idea not to use it.
Just now go and buy, you need a lot of runes, but go and buy his armor set and get his weapons because they're fucking huge and I think they work really well for you. I mean, you can double check, but they're like, you can single wield them, you can dual wield them, you need a huge amount of strength and his armor set.
Today's episode of the GMat podcast is brought to you by our merch, which is available at teespring.com/stores/therealgmat. Go get yourself some merch. Get yourself a GMat podcast hoodie. They're very fucking comfortable. That intro was brought to you by me. I played it last week, and then Aidan didn't get mad at me, so I was like, yes, let's use it for real. If you'd like to submit an intro,
Permanent intro now.
send it at contact@therealgmat.tv, submit it in the Discord, and please support the show at patreon.com/the GMat podcast. Pledge any amount, you get extra stuff, and it's good. It's good. Cut the music in 3, 2, 1. Cut the music. Go now.
Fuck me. Is this the first
he's
ever
off.
podcast?
He's off.
I got thrown. I got shook.
It wouldn't surprise me if we find out that there's been a Freaky Friday situation and Ellie's actually inside your body and you're actually inside Ellie.
But you know, the farts
I don't
smell the same.
understand
Woof,
what is
everyone.
happening.
This week on the podcast, we're just going to eat cheese for an hour.
And also woof.
We had to take it to the vet the other night.
Why?
It was just a pain in the fucking ass.
Before we get into that, can I give it the intro a crack?
Yeah, go. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, play the thing.
Oh, really?
Do you have a thing you've written down or you just remember it?
I just remember it.
Okay.
You can double check. So like you can single wheel them, you can dual wheel them. You need a huge amount of strength. And his armor set.
Hello and welcome to episode 193 of the GMat podcast. I feel like by the end of this intro, either I'll make you feel really good about yourself and how you do it, or I'll have a new job next week. Can we do it? Please, everyone, go to teespring.emogli.gwiz, get some shirts.
Yep.
And you can find us all on www.twitch or whatever that thing is. And
TV/real GMat.
No, don't.
thank
That's
you
got
very much.
nothing to do with the podcast.
No, that's got something to do with the
that's
podcast. Please, now stop the music. You know what's fucking weird? Whatever the thing you were saying a minute ago was. You went to the doctor.
Am I not
The
getting
dog
it?
doctor.
Do I not get it?
Why didn't they call it the dogter?
Because they also treat cats.
Fuck.
God.
Yeah, what's the point though?
Horskter?
What the hell's
I
a
think so.
cactus?
Treat them like shit, I
It's
heard.
a plant, doesn't need much water.
Point.
Hey, welcome to the GMat podcast. And so, stop the music.
But you've done it before, and we know you can do it.
That's true.
We had to.
Well, now we know I
I
can.
We had
just
to
wanted
audition.
you to say that.
Sorry. So we take her to the vet. I was sitting on the couch with her, and she's sitting next to me, and then she just starts. It was like she was having a seizure. She started shaking. She started drooling crazy amounts.
Seizure?
Whoa.
Barely knows you.
Boy.
And then I was like, come on, get off the couch. She got off the couch and she like stumbled and shit. I was like, uh-oh. So then
Dog's having a seizure. Get off the couch if you're going to be
Sorry,
having a brain issue.
I mean, when she calmed down, I was like, you come, like, I just want to see what she was
Calm
like.
down now. Fucking finished.
I want to see what she was like on her feet. And she was not good for a second, then she was good. But yeah, Beck Googled it and it's like, oh, she could be having an allergic reaction or her stomach could be tied up or what.
Yeah, because her tummy was distended as well.
Yeah, she was a bit puffy. So I
Always
Oh my God.
Fucking hell.
Fucking
this
hell.
podcast is going to.
We're going to be. It's going to kill us.
I didn't know it was attached to a fucking trebuchet.
That was scary. Did that get you?
No, that was so
Thank
weird.
God didn't get the fucking monitor as well.
I just fiddled with the microphone and it fucking really smacked me in the head.
I think this is cursed.
Smooth
If you're
transition.
here, give us a sign.
Oh, that's a good one. But you got to put it in.
Smooth
The thing
transition.
to know, Beck, is that they're more scared of you than you are of them.
Doubtful. I'm certainly awake now.
That was fucking terrifying.
Wow.
Did that clip you in the chin or anything when that went up?
Oh, you would know about it if it did.
Oh, that's true. I thought you were being brave.
That mic stand just slapped the shit out of me.
Get my mic stand's name out your fucking mouth. All right. Pod 193 is broken. So she had a seizure, and then Beck,
Dog, move away.
Beck told me all these
Leave.
things. So I took it. Beck was working till like 10. So I took
Well,
it.
you called me out as she was on the couch doing the dribbling and the shaking, and immediately I was like, call the vet. That doesn't look normal.
Yeah. So I couldn't get through the vet, so I just went there. Apparently she was fine. She said she might have an allergic reaction. Here's the thing. He asked me, is there any illicit drugs in the house? And I said, there's weed, but she can't get to it. It's literally impossible. And I've been with her all day. This was Sunday, so I was like, I've been with her all day Saturday and Sunday. She's on my fucking butt. She doesn't go anywhere without me. I would know. And he was like, yeah, she's probably eating weed. And I was like,
She hasn't eaten weed.
I was like, well, there was like a bouquet of flowers we like tossed out into the garden ages ago. Like, I'm like, maybe I know there's some flowers that are poisonous to dogs. She could have gotten that. And he's like, it's probably weed.
She did. I watched her chew one of those flowers before, like on like day 2, before I'd even realized that was not a good thing to be doing.
And like there's bugs and spiders and everything else. And I know that sometimes the dogs can like eat bees. And
She's
then
also like transitioning.
He profiled us basically.
She's transitioning from like human food to dog food and like getting her guts all right again. There's plenty of things.
Yeah. And he was like, no, she ate weed. So she got an antihistamine and then we had to take her for a few walks that night. leaving.
And she was all good?
She was all good. She's great now. But yeah, that was like plus, and that's after hours, so it was like $250. So I'm waiting for her. I don't know how she's going to pay for it. I've asked her multiple times.
Come on, shake it, little girl.
That's the thing with dogs, isn't it? It's like, could you just tell me? She's like, no. I just felt sick. I'm fine now. But she's just sitting there all silent and like does one of these. Just you're like, fuck, you're definitely in pain. Fuck, come on, fuck.
It's like you could
That's
be.
like she's fine.
You could need to fart,
motherfucker.
You can need to fart, or you could be dying. I'm not quite sure.
It
which
could be
way.
both.
Yeah, could be both. Yeah, true.
I do have no concept of any amount of time. It's like, and you're like, oh my God, what's wrong? And then they're like, oh, you're like, you guys cooking sausage? What is that? What's going on? Can I have a bit? Are you dying? What?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Even worse, when my dog genuinely was sick, he would just
Not fake sick like this one.
No, but like he had eaten a tennis ball and he had half a tennis ball in his guts and he couldn't eat and he was very uncomfortable. But like he wasn't It was just kind of like, you're weird today, and he was like, "Am I?"
I don't know what the problem is, Aidan. Can I have the other half of the tennis ball? Are you gonna eat it? What are we doing with that?
All he did was stretch, and we took him to the vet and like he's just stretching a lot, and I think it's weird. The vet was like, "No, dog stretch," and I was like, "Trust me, something going on." It's like, "No, all right, we'll do an X-ray. Nothing. There's nothing wrong. I'm telling you." Then I took him for like two other vets. The third vet found it. I was like, "You motherfucker!"
Wow, good for you, actually persisting.
He was something wrong. You know your own dog.
The vets don't listen. I was like, so you didn't eat weed. It's like, no, she ate weed. I'm like, okay.
But also, if she ate weed, does she gonna have a seizure?
Well, she can present in the ways that I do. I was like, she was shaking and she was drooling a fucking bunch. Yeah. But she's like, she was sad that day, and it's
she was low energy, but we just assumed it was just transitional
But
depression.
she's been like that. Some days she's really down, and I'll go up and be like, hey, what's wrong? And she's like, oh,
Is she more down on the days that she eats weed?
Yeah, no, she's depressed by everything. She's depressed by movement. When the clouds are too loud, she fucking hates. She just goes into moods.
Like depressed, like what? She's just lying around.
Yeah. But like you go and you go, hey, and she's like, No, and then other days she's on my tail and she would not leave me alone. But she's been good. She's been very good. She doesn't stress us out too much.
The only thing that stresses us out is when we try and walk her and end up with sciatica.
Or when we, look at each other and she's like,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, okay, all right. We're good. Like we'd hug each other in the kitchen and she'd be like,
yeah, we've barely touched. Barely touched in about 11 days.
She's getting better now. She's getting better now. By start, I did like me and Beck were hugging, and then there was some joke, and then I went and started humping back, and she was like, whoa, whoa. She did not like that at all. So we started training it into it every time I got.
Don't tell them that.
I just started going.
Finally, an excuse.
Get out of my dick. And she's getting better at it now.
Well, she thinks she's your girlfriend. Like, I'm pretty sure. She's very possessive of you.
Yeah. It's hard to, I feel like Jada Pinkett Smith.
Do you?
Yeah, so many, whatever. Yeah, that's been good. It's been good. Been good having the dog around though. She's been good fun.
You know what I love more than anything in a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Flow.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, my name's Matt. I'm the host of the podcast. I'm joined on my right by Ben.
Yeah, g'day.
God.
And Ellie. And across from me by Aidan.
Hello.
And producing the show, taking care of the things, is Becky J.
Hello. Taken care of.
Taking care of all the things. Let's see what's in the...
I have quite possibly the most embarrassing thing that's happened
thank
to me
God. Tell me
ever
something.
in my life.
Tell me something.
Now, keep in mind, I live an easy life.
He
Okay.
says with his sunglasses halfway down his nose.
A life of leisure.
A life of leisure, of study.
Pretending to be a third world boy.
Sometimes pretending to be
By
a
the
third world
pool.
boy, finding an oasis in the desert,
Oh, yeah.
which, is what it is. So I went to a shop in Chadstone Shopping Centre on Thursday where I purchased this lovely vest.
Yeah.
And a shirt and a pair of shoes. Okay. Now it was a pair of boots. And I wanted to try them on. Right? Not like boots, but like Timberlands, but like a boot. Anyway, put them on, try them on. Oh, these are nice. First of all, I said, I quite like this style. Right? It's a little bit thinner. And she looked at me and she looked at my feet. She was like, not sure. Right? I was like, oh, cool. So she said, maybe you'll have to go into our wider selection. So like, that's fair. As long as they fit, I don't really mind. Right? They look near identical. So I go and she measures me. She said, oh, fuck, tangled. She measures me. She goes, just as I thought. I'm not even entirely sure we're going to have a shoe for you. I was like, oh, wow, I must have enormous feet. Just wide as. She finds a pair. I put them on. Fantastic. Walking around. Oh, these are very comfortable. But I wasn't intending to buy them because they were fairly expensive. I was like, I don't think I'm going to buy these shoes today, but I just want to know what I feel like, which ones I fit into, so I know when I come to buy them, which one I have to buy. And I put it on, and then she was like, all right, take them off. I was like, no worries. Nothing. Not an inch of movement. Not a single millimeter of movement. Not one. It was horrifying. I instantly started to sweat. I turned entirely red.
But that made your feet get smaller?
Yeah, 100% right. So I just expanded. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was shopping with Mum.
For your heartbeat in your feet?
Mum's next to me. She's like, are you right? I was like, no. She's like, do you need help? I was like, you're not helping me take off my
Mum,
shoes.
get the purse butter.
I can get my shoes off. This is not a problem, right? Shut up. Sit there. Right, I'm trying to do my shoes. Oh, sorry. I could have done that for you. Trying to take my shoes off, nothing. And then the lady, Kathleen, comes over. Kathleen says, do you need some help? And I said, look, I think I do. I can't take my shoe off. So then Kathleen's got my foot in her hand, yanking at my foot.
It's never easier for someone else.
No, by the way, this is just my left foot. I still have my right foot to go. Right? This is not the second of two. This is first of two. It's horrifying. These shoes are fused to my feet. So then Kathleen can't do it. She said, oh, look, I struggled. It's all right. Somebody had this has happened before. You know, it's okay. I'll go and get. So she goes and get this other tiny lady, just tiny lady, trying to yank this. And then, no, she doesn't figure it out. And I'm trying to do it. And I'm like, no, I can do it. And my mother's going, no, let me do it. And these other two ladies, we'll have a go. And I was like, good, everybody stop. Kathleen.
Anyone else want to gather around?
Yeah, Kathleen says, I'll go and get, I can't remember his name or something. Mustafa was his name. I'll go and get Mustafa. Mustafa's nice and strong. Fuck off. First of all, fuck you, then fuck off and fuck Mustafa. So Mustafa comes over and he's like, heard you needed my muscles, mate. And I was like, oh, am I 13? Oh my God, I want to die. I'm shopping with my mother and I can't get my shoes up.
So
I'm
good
not
to
an
have a
adult.
man in the store.
Everything sucks. Everything sucks. And I didn't feel like I belonged to the store anyway. And this is all sucked. And then he tries and he's just like fucking... like what I imagine a shark would do if they got my foot, just thrashing at my foot. And now I've got my mother next to me going, be careful of his ankle. His ankle. You're going to break his ankle. Be careful of his ankle. And I'm going, my ankle's fine. While somebody's ripping my foot like this.
Fine.
I'm
That's
going,
fine.
my ankle, it's not my ankle. Mustafa, it's okay. Mustafa, could you just relax? Mustafa, no, not a problem. Finally, Mustafa goes, do you know what? I think it might be easier if we just get a shoehorn.
Yeah.
A good call.
So they go fucking look for a shoehorn for 20 minutes. No shoehorns in the shop. Apparently the shoehorns had been goddamn stolen. Who steals a shoehorn? Then I was worried about, well, I'm going to damage the shoe now. We're going to have to cut this off me because I can't afford to buy this shoe.
Fire department.
So what I had to do in the end, but like clearly I got them off, was twist my foot at the same time as twisting the shoe. So it really felt like I was just going to snap my ankle if the shoe didn't give. Luckily, the shoe gave, and here we are. And I was more stressed than I've ever been.
At what point did you tell them you weren't buying the shoes?
I bought the shoes.
Oh my God. What are you going to do if you just put them on again?
I've practiced.
Oh, you can do it now.
With the shoes he's going to get buried
It's a leather
in.
boot, right? And I walked into the store, and it was one of those ones that's like, oh, this is fancy. I can't be here, right? Like I really couldn't be here. And then, hello. It was fancy, and then I got the boot off, and now everything's okay. But she was like, just remember, like, wild animal next to me. I was stressed. I
just
don't know
imagine,
if that
like,
came
what
out.
boots are these? Are they the kinky boots? I don't know how do they get so fucking tight?
I get it. I've got a pair of boots that are like where I have to take them off, but also having a boot that's like new boot.
New pair of
Maybe like
leather boots.
A size too small, maybe. Or they're just like wide feet?
No, the perfect fit for my foot. Unbelievable. But
like skin.
Yeah, just like skin. Easy to get off. But they come up to here.
Yeah.
So it's hard. I'm not used to it. And it's hard to get it out because the top, there's no zip or anything because you just slip your foot in. And to get your foot in, your foot has to go sideways. So the shoe would be facing right and my foot's in that way. And then as I go in,
And
I
it's
twist.
thinner at the top, the ankle bit.
That's right.
So it's like trying to get a golf ball through a piece of hose.
Exactly like
Yeah.
trying to get a golf ball through a piece of hose.
And it's
And Mustafa couldn't do it, neither could Kathleen, neither could Emily, neither could my mother, neither could I.
the top.
I'm not familiar with men's shoe sizing. Is having wide feet a shameful thing, or is that
No,
something you...
but most, do you have wide feet?
Yeah, I think so.
You have normal feet.
No, I got wide feet.
You got wide?
Yeah,
It's
2A, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
A pair of Nikes don't fit me very well at all because Nike makes narrow shoes.
They do.
Okay.
So all the cool shoes, mostly narrow. I can wear, these are Nikes, but these are huge. These are the only Nikes that I can wear.
That's why you all get around in those globe things.
Which
that
club
why?
things?
They're like skater shoes.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
skater shoe.
That's why I wear boots all the time. I can't wear like.
You're a bunch of wide-footed men.
So I'm usually a size 11, right? And wide. In this pair, I was a size 9. What's that about? A size 9? I haven't been a size 9 since year 7.
You know what they say about men with wide feet?
It kind of sounds like you weren't a size 9, actually. Maybe you should have tried an 11. You wouldn't have had that.
No, they must size differently. It is genuinely the most comfortable, perfectly fit shoe I've ever had in my life.
You can't say
While
that.
it's on.
It is.
After Mustafa had to rip
because
your
now-
fucking
no,
ankle off.
Now I understand how to take them off.
There's a process.
There's a process.
And they didn't feel like explaining that at the store?
No, she didn't say when you take them off, twist, right? And she was just like, take them off. So I'm trying to take off the shoe like I would take off this shoe, but if I pull it towards me, I'm just going to flip myself over.
You did twist
Were
your
you,
fucking ankle.
were you wearing bare feet? I don't.
No.
Just the socks.
No,
Ankle
it was just
socks?
also I'd been walking. No, normal, like
That's so
normal
interesting.
socks. So I was wearing jeans, so I wore like socks.
Uh huh.
I'd been walking around Chatston at that point for like an hour and a half. So like
What a day.
it was so fucked. Unbelievable shoes. I'll wear them on the podcast next week.
I'm looking forward to it. And then we get them off live.
Do
Episode
what? We can-
200.
We'll get you off live, Aidan.
Finally. Well, not so finally.
I want to go shopping. I want to go get some clothes and stuff. But
Uniqlo have the best fucking t-shirts on.
I don't like leaving the house right now because of my facial hair.
Wear a mask.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but it's all around the sides here and everything. And
Also, no one cares.
No.
Ben said something. When
Yeah,
you saw
but
it.
Ben
I
is,
said something.
Ben
I'm not going
is-
to lose sleep over it.
Ben is intentionally saying it because get you. But if we went out to Chatston, he's not going to say, "Hey, my friend wants to shop here," but just excuse the beard.
No, now that I know that he doesn't want to leave the house because of it, I'll be stopping
Do you
people
want
in
to
the
go
food
shop?
court.
Do you want to go shopping together? Do you want
Yeah,
to
I'll go.
Really?
I'll go
Yeah,
for
all
a
right, let's
shop.
all go shopping.
We should go to Uniqlo because they sell excellent t-shirts, and I also because they do. I'm wearing one right now.
We want to
is-
set a date because on the 11th, I'm gonna have some money come in. I was thinking about doing it then.
Who's dying?
Bit of a
Money
windfall.
coming in, Yeah.
A bit of money come in on the 11th.
House is going to go
How
out of
much
escrow
money do you
then.
think you're going to be spending at this shopping event?
Nothing wild. I'll just have money so I can
Absolutely.
You know,
Let's go shopping on the 11th. What day is
let's
that?
do the 12th because I don't know when it's coming in on the 11th.
What day is that?
I don't know.
You just know it's the 11th.
Look
It
at
could,
lady.
it could be a Wednesday.
Could be a Wednesday. Could be a
Fidel
Thursday.
shops on a Wednesday.
Could be a Friday. A Saturday maybe. It could be a Sunday.
The 11th.
It's a
of-
Tuesday.
It's a
Tuesday.
Monday. No, it's Monday, the
Didn't say
11th of
Tuesday.
April.
I was all
Oh, I
off.
thought we said the 12th.
It is.
12th.
You did say the 12th. I'm free all day on a Tuesday.
Great.
All day, except I'm at the Comedy Festival in the morning, so we'll have to go in the afternoon.
That's
The
fine.
morning.
12:45 till 1 Comedy Festival. That's not the morning. That's the afternoon.
Who wants to see comedy then?
It's for children.
Children comedy. I
Goo goo gaga.
have a callback this weekend as well, and I'm worried that when I go there, people will think this is how I present myself usually. This awful beard.
I wouldn't bring it up.
I was thinking if I had to, if I could pick one thing, which is like just be instantly fit and thin.
Yes.
Or have a beard.
Yeah.
I genuinely think I'd go for the beard.
The beard can help. The beard can go towards looking fit and thin.
I just like a beard look. Anyway, I'm happy to be a big guy with a beard.
I'd 100% be fit and thin.
I am very jealous of men with beards. Like it
Really?
does cover all
I-
manner of sins.
I
Like,
just gave up yesterday. I shaved. I still have a beard.
You
but
gave up. You've still
No,
got
because
a
I
full
had
beard.
because I had a beard so much that if I did this, it would come through my fingers.
That's a good beard.
That's the
was
dream. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
it just wasn't working for me. I couldn't do. You've got chiseled sides and all sorts of things going on. I wasn't a fan.
Fucking lying.
It felt like I was rounding my face out.
Let's get you a really good fake beard. Are there
Yeah.
chin wigs?
Maybe. I
Yeah.
could get. We could. You know,
They
episode.
do it
gum.
in movies and shit, don't
Yeah, a
they?
little bit of spirit gum.
Very come.
Next week,
Oh, let's see if we can do it. Episode 200. See if I can pay someone
Just
to
have
get
a
me a
beard.
beard.
Let's
I love that. The whole
cool.
like, yep, So this is episode 194. This is what you came for. Stop the music or else. So,
Like
joined
today.
today.
Changes. Not funny. Next question.
Is there anything that you would, instead of getting fit and thin, anything else that you would change?
Incredibly rich.
Like about your body.
Oh, bigger dick, probably.
Instead of being fit and thin?
But like I wonder. I want to know how big my dick is if I was thin.
But
Does it grow?
Yeah, you'd lose some of your Big Mac.
Yeah, you gotta.
the fuck's a Big Mac?
That mound of like fat that sits just above your
Why
penis.
is it called that?
It's like a bird. You
Is
can
it?
grab it like a burger.
Is that just a common thing?
I think I've heard that.
is that?
I've never
I don't
heard
know
that
if that's.
before in my
I mean,
life.
I'm familiar with that term, but only because I've heard you use it. So is that something that exists
I thought
outside of this
I
house?
thought it was called
I-
the fupa.
I thought I learned it from you. I just didn't want to call you out just now and be like, did you teach me that?
I don't
Isn't it
think
fupa?
so.
Fat up pussy area?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. But also, I think some people call it a Big Mac. I thought you
Either
told me that
way,
word.
does your
Potentially.
dick get bigger if you lose weight?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I wouldn't bother about the big dick business.
But you were when I first met you,
business.
you were a
Huge
smaller
dick.
man. I can't
Felt.
imagine once you get to adulthood, that's
Stop
it,
imagining
right?
my penis. No, I can't
Is that not
remember.
it?
I genuinely can't remember what my penis looked like
See,
before I was fat.
I've always had a Big Mac, so I don't know what the difference is.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember a time when I wasn't.
I could like push everything in and I could feel where it would go. That'd be impressive, I think. Also, I watched a podcast that said you must measure from underneath because it makes you feel better about yourself.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, he said there's only nothing at the top except for broken hearts.
I measure from the top of my crack all the way around.
So you're going to measure from underneath because there's a little bit more space to go backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know, that thing where you like push
Yeah,
it
you're
back.
like, oh, my God. It
So
starts
pokes up
there?
You're like, whoa. And then you look down, you got like the fat's just coming out the calves of your fingers. No, not really.
Visceral.
Come on.
Not
Come
really.
on now.
But what else would I change about my body? I don't know. I think I'd like more, like better chest hair. I've got pretty nice chest hair, but I would like more of like a laid back Austin Powers chest hair.
Okay.
They go all across your stomach.
Like a rug.
Like a rug.
I wouldn't mind being taller. I think being taller would be cool.
You're not happy with 5'4"?
I think I'd like to be taller.
How tall are you? 5'6".
Well, here's the thing. I say, wait, what do I say I am?
I don't
5'9". 5'9" or 5'10"?
What's the lie again? Okay, hang on.
No, because I know it. I know it's a measurement. Oh, I'm 5'9" because I thought I was nearly 6 foot because I thought I went 5'8", 5'9", 6 foot. But
What a sad
the
day.
other
Hard
day,
day.
the other day I was
Wait,
in,
what? 5'13", 5'4"? What the fuck?
it was. I was in an
What does it go up to?
I was in an audition
11.
with
11. 5'12".
but 12 is
12 is the 6.
yeah. I was in an audition for John with no fingernails because he's quite tall. And he said, how tall are you when he was getting the information? I was like, about nearly 6 foot. And he laughed at me.
That's a funny
And I
thing
was
to
I
like-
love
say.
that you would have said it with such a straight face. This is why you're like, what? You think you're 5'11"? 11? What? 5'11"? Yeah, no, yeah.
You mean 6.1? What are you talking about?
So you'd like to be taller? That's a good point. I don't know if I would want to be taller.
I wouldn't want you to be taller.
Oh, that was the thing. When I was in virtual reality and it calibrates your height, I stood there and calibrated my height. It was like 5'10". I was like, bah. Yeah, so for a second there, I was 5'10" instead of 5'9", and that was pretty nice.
Big
Okay.
shoes.
So what am I? 6'1"? Would you say? 6'1"?
1 or 2, something like that.
6'1" or 6'2". I think that's a good height. I don't know. I could go to 6'6". If I went to 6'6", I look thinner.
If you went to
Because there's more of
6'6", you'd
me.
look like a fucking monster.
Do you think that?
6'6" is
That's freakish.
huge, right? That's freakish.
Isn't
Steve.
Steve 6'6"?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
freakish.
I said freakish.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. We both went with the same joke. No, okay, no, that's right. I thought 6'6" was even taller than Steve.
No. I've got a couple of friends that are taller than Steve.
How
And
big's
that-
Merchant? Can you
6'8".
Google it? You know that?
6'7", 6'8",
That's
yeah.
a big man.
Big man. Yao Ming? Huge.
A good friend
7 feet.
at high school was that height. He
201
is
centimeters.
2.01 meters, which doesn't.
Is that in the old money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I'm 180 something.
No,
I'm
185.
175.
185-ish.
6'7", Steve Merchant is.
That's a big boy.
It's tall. I don't
He's
know.
also lank. He's like skinny.
Yeah,
like,
he'd be scary.
He's got a new TV show.
does he?
Yes, with Christopher Walken called The Outlaws, and it looks good. It's on
He's been
Amazon.
doing some stuff,
comes
hasn't
out,
he?
Comes out tomorrow.
He was in like a Marvel movie and shit like that.
Yeah, he was in. Oh, he was in
Logan, was it Logan?
Logan. Yeah,
Portal 2?
Portal 2.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good
He was in
that.
The Office.
He's doing very well.
Was
He wasn't in the office, no, was he?
He just wrote
Was
it.
The Og Monster?
He wasn't.
What?
He wasn't physically in it though. He was
Yeah.
just behind the scenes. Who was
Yes.
he?
He was the Og Monster. Plays Gareth's friend on Red Nose Day. Him and another guy come
Oh
in.
yeah, it's only
Oh,
brief.
he's just
isn't
like a
it?
bit.
Yeah, cameo.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember it.
I never seen the British one.
I've seen a few episodes.
Missing out.
Did we not watch?
That's what it's all
No,
about.
because I barely could stomach the cringe in the American one, and I know for a fact it's worse than the British one.
So fucking good.
You got to see the seed though. You know, you got to see
No,
where it came from.
I saw the tree.
Speaking of shows, you know what I was thinking about the other day? Beck and I were nearly on a show.
What show?
We could talk about it now,
I don't
right?
know.
'Cause
I don't know if nearly is quite the right word.
Oh, I remember this.
we were almost nearly on a show.
You were almost in
we
the,
were
in the
in
talks.
contention briefly.
Yeah.
For what?
For Hunted, it's like it's a reality show that's bigger in the UK and the US, or just the UK?
I think just the UK.
UK. They get, whether or not they fakely get this or it's for real, but they get people who are either ex FBI or ex
right.
something, and
Yeah.
and you go on the run and they try to track you down, and they can use all the resources apparently in CCTV and to try and
Phone
find
tracking.
you, and you have to just go
You
on
have
the
to
run.
hide
Yeah.
for 30 days.
Big time.
And for some reason, we thought that sounds like something we're suited to.
Here was my plan:
Here we go.
leave the facility wherever
Yep.
you start,
Yeah.
and we would go with bags,
How long
luggage.
do you have to hide?
I think you get.
I'm counting to 10.
It's just the last person standing.
No, but like how long do they give you before they start looking for
I think it's some short amount of time, like
I
half an
remember it
hour or
was
something.
the ones that I watched back in the day. It was you would go about your life and you just get a text message.
Oh, no,
I think, and it's like you've got half an hour.
Well, the one we watched, they release them from a warehouse.
You just go straight out of the
I think
warehouse.
maybe they have an hour or something to get out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But they can then go and track and look at the CCTV and see where
and
they
what
went.
restrictions do you have? Can you leave the town? Can you leave the
You
state?
can do whatever
Can
you
leave
want.
the country?
And you have a cameraman on you, traveling with you at all
You just
times.
fucking get out of the country. Bye, I'm going to Poland. You can find me.
Oh, I think
You have to go
I
to
don't
Poland.
think you can leave the country.
No.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
No, they'd be filming jurisdictions and everything.
My initial plan was we leave there with everyone leaves with luggage. We take some luggage and we go to a train station and we buy like on a V line. We take it buy a ticket from here to Shepparton, and so to go to where my family is. And we get on the train with our luggage, and then the train makes 3 stops before it gets out of Melbourne. And then one at north something, I can't remember the names of stations, but we'd go into the bathroom there, and in the luggage we'd have some disguises. We'd get into disguise and we'd get off the train there, where you'd be waiting in a car with our real luggage.
I'd be waiting in a car.
Yeah, and
We'd
then
have dummy luggage, baby.
and then we would go from there, and they would be like, all right, they've gone to Shepparton, they bought a Shepparton ticket, they're heading to Shep because we know his
They'll
parents live
definitely
there.
not check these very clear 2 other stops. Who are those people that
No,
look
but that's it. We
vaguely
wear
like them?
such a good disguise.
Oh, but she's got a feather boa on. I don't think it's.
Matt wouldn't wear sparkles. No, it's not him.
That's it. That was my initial plan to try and.
I think it's flawed.
I mean, every plan we had was flawed.
No, of course it is. I don't know what I'd do. Go underground, live with the mole people. Remember that?
You know the
fucking-
mole people?
Remember that fucked up TikTok I sent you with that guy in the thing? We talked about that on the podcast. That was horrifying.
Very creepy.
It was like Tiptoe to the Tulips was playing in the background. And he was like, no.
You do anything and play that fucking song.
That song is horrifying. What sort of what? You know?
But it used to be cute.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
When you sing with your eyes that wide, it doesn't add an element of something.
You know what's even creepier? I can't focus right now. Everything is
Mentally?
blurred in both.
All I can think about is killing.
Like you see red, just like Will Smith.
Ben, what have you been doing?
Huh?
What's been going on in your life? Give us some goss. Give us something.
He's been breathing and potentially touching down the.
I don't know,
Mars
man.
Grover.
It feels like all I do is drink coffee.
Go on.
That set him off.
I've been drinking coffee.
Oh, yeah, big
Nice.
time.
Smooth transition.
Just cut all that out. Just cut all
I've been
that
drinking
out.
coffee. I've been drinking coffee, and I've been drinking.
Is that to get-
Transition.
I have a 7:00 uni class on Thursdays in the morning,
Rough.
and that's horrifying. And
When?
it goes
What
until
time?
11.
So what day?
Thursdays.
Yuck.
7. This is
shoot?
why I couldn't come over for what?
Is it a tutor or a lecture?
They don't have lectures anymore.
Because nobody fucking went to them.
They were called shoots and lectures when we were there, and now when I'm there, they're called classes and seminars. And
They're the same
one
thing,
do you
they've just
think is
changed the
which?
name.
Yeah, which one do you think is which? By the way,
So the seminar, they've done a reverso, uno reverso, and it's the seminar is the one where you just sit down and talk like a tute, and the class is the
Correct.
What
By
a
the way,
bunch of fuckers.
A class
That's
is a
what
lecture.
they did that for us. Or did they do that? Did that happen when I went into
Probably
honors?
doing that during honors, yeah.
No, I remember thinking that was weird.
Yeah, it's
7
dumb. But yeah, 7 o'clock till 11.
Class is a lecture, a seminar is a
I just don't
tutorial.
have any
It's fucking
lectures.
dumb.
I just have seminars. Yeah, dumb, right?
Very
Real
dumb.
7
Very
till
dumb.
11. So I have to have a coffee to get me through that. And I've had a latte and it was good. And then I got a latte from McDonald's and it was very, very bad.
Oh.
So I'm starting to refine my taste of coffee. Turns out I don't like McDonald's coffee.
Well,
I like the Zoom Moo or whatever.
McDonald's is just about quick coffee. You go in, you get it.
I actually think their coffee is pretty good.
It depends where you go and who's doing it, because sometimes they'll just burn the shit out of the milk or the beans.
Yeah.
It's
It was just very, very bitter. Super bitter.
That'd be the beans being burnt.
I was talking to to my friend from uni, and I said Macca's, and she's like, "No, it depends on the Macca's." Exactly what you said. It depends. If you look in the window and there's a fucking 13-year-old on the thing, don't have there. But
Or
if
they're
it's-
really busy, they're not going to give a fuck.
No.
Because I've had some where I've drank them and I'm like, I literally can't drink this. This is disgusting. And then other ones where I'm like, this is the best one I've had.
Put this in an artisanal cup,
Yeah.
and I'm drinking it. So I love coffee. I'm a coffee nut now.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Not a coffee nut, but I have one a week. Is that a coffee nut? Is that what we call that?
Well, if you're
If
enthusiastic
you're enjoying
about
it.
Sure.
I don't think anyone
I
should
really
be a
do just power
coffee
through
nut.
them, and I have a bottle of water next to me just so I can get through it.
It's just there for the gas.
It's
One
there
Swish
so
your
I
mouth
can
out.
pay attention.
Yeah.
Because it is unbelievably dry, the class, and unbelievably.
What did you say you couldn't come to? You were like, I couldn't come
You
to.
said, remember, you were like, hey, do you want to? We're doing Thursday hot chocolate
Oh, in the morning.
in the morning,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
nah, I'm at uni for this horrible amount of time, and now you stream anyhow.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
so I
correct.
go
It's true,
from
it's so
uni
true.
7 till 11, and then I go to work 12 till 9. It's a very large day. I agree.
Well, that's I'm glad you're drinking coffee because now we can all drink coffees together.
And I'm going on a date, and I could say, finally, you want to go get a coffee?
You know, you could always say that
No,
and then just
because
not get a
I
coffee and
couldn't
no one
get-
cares.
I couldn't get a hot chocolate. That would emasculate me like you wouldn't believe.
Get a pot of tea.
Ugh!
Get a juice.
Yes.
Is anybody actually judging whether or not you're getting a coffee?
Yeah,
I
one
would.
flat white.
I
Could I
would.
get a apple pop-up, please?
Yeah. Do you mind if I have a
Pop top?
Why are you drinking water, then coffee, then water, then coffee, then water? What's just have some
I'll
coffee.
have just a glass of hot water.
I think good for you. There's a man that knows what he wants.
Thank you.
Caramel Big M. If you guys got caramel Big M.
Look, I don't like coffee, but I'll have a dare. A friend of mine does that.
See.
2 Skippies, please, for the table.
Oh boy, that was funny.
Go back.
You guys got any little snack?
The snack.
That's such fucking
Underrated.
Oh, we're getting to the end of the podcast here.
Oh, I'd kill for a Dunkaroo. What are you saying?
All of these things are in our pantry right now.
Do you really have Dunkaroos and little snacks?
We've
What
definitely
about
got
the
the
snacks?
snacks. Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Snacks, LCM bars.
Maybe we got a roll up.
LCM, they were the shit.
I was never allowed to
hate-
LCM.
I hated
We're
roll
allowed
ups.
them.
Love an LCM.
Can you give me? I think this is a good exercise.
Yeah.
Can you give me the rundown of what was in your lunch pail at school?
You what?
I said that on purpose. This is
We were
lunch
working in the coal mine.
My dad always says lunch pail. I say lunchbox, but I thought it would be funny for the podcast to say lunch pail. And now I have to fucking explain myself.
No.
What was in your lunch pail?
If
an
I had
average
one,
day.
What was in your lunch, pal?
Yeah. If you had one, was not a given.
no, it would be
Were you a canteen guy?
no.
Just miss lunch that.
Yeah, sometimes there was just no lunches to be had.
Fair.
Mum was like, "You're old enough to me." Like, Mum, I'm 4. Sometimes it would be a wholemeal sandwich
Uh-huh.
and a home brand muesli bar.
Perfect.
I used to yeah, on the topic of food, I'll get to my lunch in a second, but because we were a low income family,
Yep.
we were low income, but I still got breakfast at home. But I still went to the breakfast club when I got to school to have extra breakfast.
So you could go, like, because I can't afford breakfast. Like
Yeah.
it was for the kids
Yeah.
who couldn't afford it. Right.
So like they knew, because I guess some parents are on like payment plans and stuff
little
like
shit.
Yeah, well,
So-
schools offer.
that. So they're not
that sort of stuff.
questioning. They're not questioning.
Still does it down at the Salvos every Friday. Oh, that's good soup. Yum. Get some more of that fucking corn shit. That sounds good, man. Come here, get some of this.
But what I would
Licking
have
your fingers after a bowl of soup is unreal. What? How are you eating it?
Yeah.
at the start of the week, me and Mum on Sunday nights would cook up a bunch of schnitzels.
Oh, such a great.
Bunch of schnitzels, and then we'd put them in a sandwich with cheese and sauce. And that
Tomato
was it.
sauce.
Tomato sauce. And then we would freeze 5 of them.
Oh God, I was so on board until then.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then we'd use them to hold the doors open when there was drafts.
We'd freeze the entire sandwich, and then at the start of the day when I leave and I pack my lunch, put in a packet of Twisties, which is for recess, and then take one of the frozen chicken schnitzel sandwiches out of the thing, put it in the lunchbox, and then by lunchtime it had defrosted, and I'd eat that, which is just me defrosting cooked chicken in my locker and then eating it later, and I never got sick. And by the way, Mum's
no chicken in
idea.
a schnitzel.
What?
There's no
Oh,
chicken in a
That's
schnitzel.
true. That's true. It's all just beaks and
Oh, you
shoes.
bought
Old
you bought
mattress.
schnitzels.
No. Like sorry, we bought
You
them at the
didn't buy
supermarket.
chicken breast and cut it open.
No.
yourself.
We got
It's
like
those ones that if you turn them that way, you can't see them.
Also, it's like always.
No, it's
in a-
real-
why
you
is it always in a love heart?
You know when you go to the deli and you buy some, so like that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I
Just
know
cook them, and then chop them in half. Make a sandwich with them. Let it
Crispies.
defrost.
Yeah.
And eat the shit out of it.
White bread.
White bread, yeah.
Fuck. That's the dream right there.
You remember, Beck, what you had?
I do remember vividly that we were not allowed to have roll-ups, and that was quite a
Same.
source of conflict in my household.
Fair call.
And basically from year 8 onwards, my dad just gave up and gave us both a tenner for the day, at the start of the day. Just go to the
Tenner?
canteen.
Righteous
and
bucks.
strangely, I got very fat in high school.
Sausage rolls, nippies, milk.
Yeah, although I think at about year 10 we had that we had a new principal and they were like, only healthy foods in the canteen now, and that was a little bit depressing.
Just back to what the
I know, me in the assembly.
The back. When they got rid of the
Oh.
they got rid of the
The vending machine.
vending machines, that really fucking
You had vending machines.
We
Yeah,
had
what? Yeah,
we
vending
had
machines?
yeah.
we had a V
wild.
vending
Did
machine
not.
in my school. That's how I got started. It was in year
Really?
8 buying a V every lunch.
Seems like they must have got kickbacks for that.
Oh yeah, like the
Yeah, they took that
terrible
out a year later.
Yes,
kids smash windows and shit. Like kids were fucking fuming. They couldn't have a Coke in the middle of the day, and they get all juiced up and they fucking smash the window. It's like, this is why you can't have Coke in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
You can't just self-regulate your sugar.
Yeah.
Because we're terrible at it. Yeah, Bruce was pretty fat at the start of high school, and he had the same thing about having. So I guess he had cash, and then just one day he had one of those pre-made Caesar salad things that you can buy, and he got that from the canteen that no one would ever buy, and then he just did that for the next 2 years, and then he was him. He was just skinny from just changing to Caesar salads for lunch every day, and I guess puberty. You know, what did you have, Aidan?
I would go with just a white bread sandwich, an apple, and maybe a piece of Betty Crocker's cake. Glad wrapped within an inch of its life.
What flavor? What flavor? We
Chocolate,
talking?
chocolate, only chocolate.
Chocky.
Chocolate. That was the cake.
Here's a thing that we used to do in my family that I did once. You watched me do it and you're like, what the fuck, Beck? Was to put chicken chips, Smith's chicken chips between
sandwich.
between 2 slices of white
Chip
bread.
bread.
Yeah.
Chip
Fuck
sandwich.
yeah.
I never had it, but I do understand it.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't eat a lot. I know it doesn't make sense, but I didn't eat my sandwiches a lot in high school. I used to come
me either.
home with a full lunchbox
Yeah.
most of the time, and my mother would be furious. But what am I even bother making these sandwiches for?
I don't get
And I'd
that.
come home and I'd eat a Greek salad, and then I'd have dinner, and that was it.
Or
And
in
I
your
was-
house, just a salad.
That's true. That is very true.
All I remember from high school was being hungry all the time.
I was never hungry.
All day,
Ever.
all the time, sitting in class, going, "Brr, my stomach's grumbling. I can't wait to eat that frozen sandwich."
Never.
And then still being hungry. Hungry when I get home, hungry when I wake up, hungry when I'm trying to sleep.
By the way.
Hasn't stopped, by the way. I'm still hungry all
Yeah,
the
now
time.
I'm hungry constantly. Then
You hungry
wasn't.
right now?
It's starving.
Me too.
I haven't eaten. I ate breakfast.
I had a big sandwich an hour ago, and I'm starving.
I made the best sandwich I've ever made in my life yesterday. Would you like me to go through it?
Please. Finish the podcast, though, with it. Make it a big one.
I made
Take your time.
I made
a sandwich.
I do declare.
I went to the bakery.
Oh.
I got a lovely French baguette.
Huh?
It was one of those ones that if you take it out and you just squish it a bit and it goes like,
Oh, baby.
unreal.
Oh.
I get home.
Then what?
I get a piece of chicken breast,
Yeah.
butterfly it,
Oh.
crumb it,
Yeah.
chicken schnitty.
Baby.
Right? Beautiful. There's my piece of chicken schnitty. Some fresh mozzarella.
Oh.
On top of it. Meanwhile,
My darling.
I get canned tomatoes,
Oh.
peeled, put them in a pot, a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, oregano, make a little bit of a pasta sauce situation.
Oh.
Get that. Scoop that motherfucker shit onto the bottom of the thing.
Bottom
of the amazing baguette.
Baby.
Schnitzel on top.
Yo.
Straight into the freezer, good for Monday.
The freezer good for Monday. Mozzarella on top of that. Then pesto
Oh.
on the top of that. Put that motherfucker on the grill. Let that best sandwich you'll ever had in your life.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Look, that's about as entertaining as I can make a sandwich recipe be.
It was good.
Not a bad one. Not to one up your story.
Oh.
Wonder White.
Yep.
Smattering of butter.
Yeah.
Just enough.
A smattering.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
corner to corner guy?
No, corner, but like, just
If you bite
razor
into
thin.
it, can you see your teeth mark?
Not in the butter, no. Come on, let's not be silly.
No.
Oh, that's what Matt does.
That's exactly how you're supposed to put butter on
So
bread.
butter,
Butter like cheese, guys.
bit of Vegemite, one of those cling filmed craft singles.
Go
Straight on top of that, another one on top of that.
Yeah.
Put it in
Bob's
the
your
freezer,
uncle.
good for Monday.
Burn apple tit.
Hey, it's GMat here, and don't forget, if you enjoyed that episode of the GMat podcast and you want to hear more, we also have the podcast post show over at patreon.com/the GMat podcast. The post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we wrap things up and talk about anything we didn't have time to talk about. $3 a month and cancel anytime. We are a community-supported podcast, so your support over there funds the show and makes it easier for us to keep doing what we love. If you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/the GMat podcast.